Lost Art with Andrew Cox, retired Master Gunnery Sergeant. thelostart.podbean.com. Get some merchandise and help support the podcast in getting our veteran voices out for all to hear. Now on all major podcast platforms. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Be a guest, tell your veteran story, discuss your veteran business or organization. Email The Lost Art with Andrew Cox at gmail.com. Andrew Cox, a Till Valhalla Project Ambassador. See the project story at tillvalhallaproject.com. Thanks for tuning in. Please enjoy the podcast that's giving a voice to our veterans. The Lost Art with Andrew Cox.
Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the Lost Art Podcast, that podcast giving a voice to our veterans. I'm your host, Andrew Cox, and today we're having a fireside chat with the crew. Well, before we get into the episode, you enjoyed the podcast, and be sure to go to the Lost Art website. That's the lostart.podbean.com. Go check us out, see what we're all about. There is that merchandise tab. You can click on that merchandise tab and go in there, help support us in getting our veteran voices out for all to hear. And if you're out there, there's a wonderful organization called Till Valhalla Project. If you don't know anything about them, please go check them out. That's tillvalhallaproject.com. I'm lucky to be an ambassador for that great organization. And if you can help them in any way, please do so. All right, with that, I got the crew here, at least some of the crew. And we'll just go ahead and go round robin. Mark, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, Andrew. It's outstanding. The weather just here in Southern California is just perfect. Did get a little windy. We had some Santa Ana winds kicking in, but there was some fires up, say like Ventura County. That's up north of Los Angeles, and then we had a fire here on Friday at in North San Diego County.
Wow.
Nothing too bad. I think it got it all under control
already.
Yeah, and but I also attended a memorial service for 3rd Battalion 1st Marines, Lima Company. They're kind of a 20-year reunion from the Battle of Fallujah, which started on November 8th or something like that, 20 years ago. So Lima Company had a reunion. I joined them after 3-1 the second time as after the Battle of Fallujah.
And that was the second battle.
That was the second Battle of Fallujah, because the first Battle of Fallujah they were going through the city, and then the higher ups, the powers that be, stopped them.
Yeah.
But then, and that was, I think it was like April of 2004, and then November of 2004 they went in and finished the job.
Yeah, I remember that happening. I was in Iraq, the first one, when they went in the first time. And stopped them, and then I left, and like a month later is when they went in the second time, which is pretty wild.
Yeah, I was leaving. I left right around that time they started the first battle. That's when I was with 1st Battalion, 1st Marines then, and we left right around that time.
And where were you guys at over there?
Or actually, we got back. We were down south. We were near Basra area.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So actually, I got back. I'd say because we were aboard ship, so I got back to the States about April of 2004.
Right on.
When they started the first Battle of Fallujah.
Yeah. How was
I got selected for first sergeant, and then got transferred over to 3-1. So I went over to 3-1 the second time in late December of 2004.
Oh, right on. And how was the ceremony? Did it go well?
Ceremony was really good. Colonel Willie Buell, who was the battalion commander at the time of 3-1 for the Battle of Fallujah, he was there. Him and the battalion sergeant major Ed Sachs were there to officiate. And, great.
Now, did you hike up the hill?
No, they didn't do that. I think they had they didn't do the coordination in time.
Oh, I see.
And so they were not allowed. They're not able to go up the hill.
Right. Yeah, that's a pretty awesome memorial that they have on top of the hill.
That's phenomenal. It's phenomenal up on top of that hill. It's because the Southern California terrain. You get up on those hills, and then you just can see everywhere. You can you can even see the ocean. But it's just so realistic to be up there. There's several crosses. The different battalions have, from the 1st Marine Regiment, have their crosses up there
Right.
with their, semi little memorials. So it's very, very reverent place.
Yeah. And 20 years ago, I can't believe it's been 20 years already.
20 years. Wow.
Went by quick.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Well, Vic, how are you doing?
Life is good. 20 years ago this time I was in Al Asad. So yeah, it was nice. Let's see, this past Friday we had a cake cutting ceremony at the Cigar Lounge and had a great time. So it was good. I've got circumstance going on where my grandnephews are joining the Marine Corps.
Wow. Grandnephews.
Yeah, my grandnephews, yes.
He's old.
Yeah.
Real old.
Wow. So and
Well, I can say I got to take back. I have a grandnephew in the Marine Corps now. So yeah,
there it is.
I just forgot about that.
Well, I asked him, I was like, hey, I still know there's a small window of time yet where I've retired and some of the guys that I knew in recruiting are still in Master Guns now. And I was like, hey, I might be able to call some people because they're in Texas. I said, I might be able to call some people if you want to ship out of, or if you want to ship to Paris Islands and San Diego. And then that way, we got more family on the East Coast to come to your graduation. He said, well, okay, sure. See if you can make it happen. So I called some of my friends that I knew. I was like, hey, is this a thing? Is there a waiver for that? And he goes, oh, yeah, do it all the time. Help him do this, that, and this. And then tell him that you had a hookup and he'll think you're still the shit.
Oh.
So.
Very nice.
Yeah,
hey,
right,
I hope
cool.
he doesn't watch the podcast. He's going to hear the truth.
Yeah. So, but the phone call still happened. So I still know somebody on the inside kind of thing, But
yeah.
The cake cutting ceremony went real nice. I've been narrating the cake cutting ceremony now for 4 years. So this was unfortunately, I think, our lowest turnout this year. Not a whole lot of people there. Last year, it was the last 2 years. It was like standing room only. And then this year we had like half as many people there this year. But
really?
Yeah, it was real weird. But the oldest Marine present was 87 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, that was cool. So it was kind of cool. And the youngest Marine present was still active duty, a first sergeant, I think. So it was kind of cool. Yeah, I it was funny. I was almost the youngest Marine present.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
an old crowd at the Cigar Lounge.
Yeah. It's like, you got to be kidding me. There's no way I'm moving the youngest Marine present. And then my daughter, my wife and my daughter showed up, and my daughter was like, how do you go from being the oldest Marine to the youngest Marine?
Yeah.
Like, shut up. But let's see, this week's cigar is a Fuente,
Nice.
Arturo Fuente. This is the Grand Reserve. This is the Queen Bee. It's a torpedo, as you can see. There you can go see the torpedo in there. This is an Ecuadorian wrapper and Dominican filler, or binder, fillers. But the Fuentes, the Grand Reserves are known for like their earthy kind of cedar flavor, which I really like. I don't think I've actually reviewed one of these on the show yet. So yeah, there's that. And here we are. So I'll let you know how it goes at the end.
Very nice. All right. Sounds good. Well, hey, we had some pretty crazy times over the last week, I would say. And of course, I just cut out. But hey, we had crazy times this week. Trump was elected president, and J.D. Vance was the first Marine to be in the presidential seat, or will be in the first Marine in the vice presidential seat, which was really cool. So I'm excited about that specifically. And I'm very impressed with J.D. Vance and all the stuff he's been doing, and how he talks and like interviews and all that type of stuff. He's doing a fantastic job. I think he was a Comstrat Marine or something like that. I don't know exactly. He had something to do in that field. I don't know for sure.
I don't remember.
Yeah. But so what did you guys?
Combat correspondent.
Combat correspondent. That's it. Yeah. So how did things go on your guys' end whenever the election happened?
Well, I know I stayed up all the way. I didn't crash out till after shoot, close to 1 a.m. Pacific time, which was,
Mhm.
close to 4 a.m. for you guys over on the
Yeah.
East Coast. So
Wow.
it was
Yeah,
good.
I stayed up until 2:30, and then as soon as Associated Press called Pennsylvania for Trump, that's when I finally went to bed. But yeah, it was like we live in a conservative area of South Carolina, so it's a lot of cheers and whatnot. Let's see, this will still have it in my window
Nice.
because we're not allowed to have lawn signs, so I just put it in my window. But stupid HOA.
Yeah. Did you,
Yeah.
you hear about that FEMA lady,
Oh my
that FEMA
god.
director?
I didn't hear about this. What happened?
Oh yeah, was it down in Florida? Because I
Yeah.
think DeSantis has a big investigation going, but apparently one of the directors of FEMA for the area
Uh-huh.
ordered the people not to assist houses that had Trump signs.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
she's already fired, but they need to start going after someone on the top because she didn't
Yeah.
figure that stuff out by herself.
Wow.
That's not just a dick thing to do. That is evil.
Yeah.
It's evil.
And I mean
it's evil.
Yeah.
That is evil.
Evil. Yep. That's deviant.
People are like suffering. People are suffering. You're supposed to be the help, and you say we're not going to
Correct.
help you.
Yeah.
Correct.
That is
That's
evil.
You're exactly right. That's the best way to put it. That's just deviance. That's just straight demonic evil.
Yeah.
Holy cow. That's insane. I can't even believe that when it comes to stuff like that, that people are allowing themselves to get so wrapped up in it that they'll say, no, I'm not going to help somebody just because they disagree with me.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Yep.
just ridiculous.
So wrapped up in the Trump derangement,
Yeah.
that you forsake your fellow human being.
Correct. That's just
Evil.
yeah. You're right. That is just the best explanation.
You know, and I'm not 100% on this, but I don't think there's any Trump supporter that would say, no, we're not going to help Democrat.
I don't think so.
There's stories, there's articles, there's podcasts, you name it. It's not just anecdotal. You can go look the stuff up online. But there are so many stories online of like Democrats that are going to Republican rallies to see, how evil Republicans are, and the Republicans are always like, "No, come on in. Everybody's welcome. We'll show you what it's all about." That shit doesn't happen at Democrat fucking rallies. It's like over and over, time and time again. Though you can find all those stories all over the internet.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh man. So I didn't see anything crazy on my end. I'm here in Virginia Beach. Nothing crazy. It was all smooth. Now on social media, there's been some crazy posts that I've seen, but nothing too wild.
Oh my gosh, all the meltdown videos.
I've only seen two.
Oh yeah.
I struggle with it because obviously, there's always going to be two sides to every story. I get it. There are people, Kamala Harris still got 47% of the vote, so there are people out there supporting her, but grown people acting like children.
Did you also see that the 20 states that Kamala did win, those 20 states do not require identification to vote?
All that.
I did see that. Yep.
That's wild.
And the lawsuits apparently are starting now. I guess they've got some things going on. Like nobody can believe that, like all these states, that all the battleground states that Trump won, the senators for those states were up for re-election were all Democrats, and the Democrat senators won. So why on heaven, in heavens and earth and all that kind of stuff would that voting body vote for a Republican president but a Democrat senator?
A Democratic senator.
Yeah. So it's like
that's crazy.
Yeah, they're like none of it makes sense. The Republicans had to have cheated. They cheated. Like, wait a minute. 4 years ago, you were like, you need to trust the results and this and that and this and that and this and that, and you need to just fall in line and he won and just forget about it, move on, and stop being crybabies. And here they are doing the same exact thing.
I think that shows that there's a good group of individuals out there that are going to vote for the individual, not the party. And I think that's important. If there's a Democrat that I'm like, hey, I like that guy and I like what he represents and what he's doing, I'll vote for him. If there's a Republican that I like, I'm going to vote for a Republican. But I think that goes to show that there's enough people out there that democracy works. What we have going on here in this country works.
Yeah, I think it would work. Like I said, I think it would work perfectly, and everybody, both sides, would be totally satisfied with all the election results if they demanded proper identification to vote.
Yeah,
it's when you take away all the cheating factors, where you take that all away, where they can't say someone cheated, then everyone will be happy with it. Not happy, but they will figure it's just and fair.
Yeah, just and fair. That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
I don't know how many states previously had done this, and I guess I could find it, but I just hadn't had a chance to look it up. But 8 additional states this year codified requiring voter identification.
Was that during the election? That things they voted on?
Yeah, like South Carolina was one of them. So on South Carolina, the very first question on the ballot was about citizenship and voting.
Wow.
The very first question.
Great.
Yep.
Great.
There was quite a few, and the abortion stuff, there was quite a few that were voting on that as well, and it went both ways. Some went very soft on it, some went very hard on it.
Democratic process right there.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want your right to abortion, go to a state that legalizes abortion.
Yeah.
If you do not want it, you believe in whatever, go to a state that doesn't allow abortion. It's that easy. I don't think it's the federal government's job to decide that.
Yeah,
it's not the federal. It's
let's be honest. They are already overstepping on way more things than they should be anyways. They need to take a step back and allow the voters to actually vote on things,
exactly. It's got to get kicked back down to the voters. And that's what we got the one guy who just got elected to the California State Assembly.
Mm-hmm.
And the Democrats have a super majority, so we can't really get things pushed through.
Right.
However, like he was saying, we've got to get it put onto the ballots.
Yeah.
Once we get it put on the ballot and let the people choose, then we can make the difference. And he's all about, everyone's leaving the state of California because of the politics, but he's like, he's begging people, do not leave, stay here and fight. Stay here and fight with your vote. Get it. I keep saying, I love the state of Iowa where I'm from, but California has everything. It has the weather, it has a desert, it has mountains, it has shoreline, it has fishing, it has oil, it has lumber, it has agriculture, it has everything.
Yeah.
And it's been just ruined by these psychopath liberals. Oh,
yeah.
Corruption is just rampant.
Yeah, that's the best way to put that, is corruption. And there's tons and tons of corruption in politics. It's just insane. But let's see. We have some other things happening this week, though. Tomorrow is a big day for veterans, Veterans Day. A lot of places you're going to throw discounts out for veterans, those types of things, which is, that's always nice. When I was down in Texas, went to Grunt Style. I learned while I was there, they don't actually do a Veterans Day discount. In fact, they closed down and they don't even sell anything on Veterans Day, is what they said. So I'm curious to check that out tomorrow. They're like, yeah, Grunt Style shuts down. We don't do anything on Veterans Day as far as selling merchandise. I thought that was wild.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. But Veterans Day, very important. Holiday that goes to all the veterans. Are you guys going to see any Veterans Day events or anything like that in your area?
I get to work. We're
Nice.
having the students are not going to be in class, but we have an in-service professional development day. So I think I'm just going to probably go. Well, we have like from 8 until noon. We have guest speakers coming in to talk about AI and how it affects education and blah 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 and all that kind of stuff. So I mean, mildly interesting topic. But
wow, that's
yeah,
on Veterans Day. Wow.
yeah, I know, right?
Okay.
And
kidding.
then
That's wild.
then after lunch we're going into departments. So I guess fine art department we'll get together and we'll talk about fine arts. I don't know.
Speaking of AI stuff, I could definitely see how AI would definitely help out in like English and anytime you got to write a story or talk about a subject or anything. Man, how easy is it nowadays? You just talk
Well,
to
exactly. But see, that's
you
the
just
worst
tell
thing
it
that
what
can
you want.
happen. It's dumbing down the population when they don't have
That's
to
true.
think for themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's like how do you use AI as a tool and not a cheat, you know?
Yeah.
And that's where where you have to try to draw the line, you know.
Yeah.
You can use an AI to help you maybe develop your outline, but
Yeah.
then when it comes down to flushing out your outline, it's got to come from your head. You know, you have
Yeah.
to be able to
Right.
assimilate and process information and extrapolate and assimilate and all that kind of stuff, and then put it in your own words. And you might even come up with a new idea. Who knows? But I mean, AI is supposed to be a tool, not a cheat.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's how much easier is it with AI for Big Brother to start changing facts and history,
Oh yeah, that's true.
because it's going to throw out so much stuff. How do you fact check it all? You know?
And the math is the worst, because math isn't just about, nobody uses algebra in day to day. Nobody uses calculus in day to day life. I mean, maybe even geometry. I mean, probably woodworkers and people that are in the trades use geometry, and there's fractions. I mean, you use some of the,
Right.
some of the simple thing, moderately difficult things in math from day to day. I get that, but nobody uses calculus day to day. Nobody's factoring integers and all that all that kind of stuff. It's nobody cares about that stuff. But what it does is it creates pathways of logic in your neural pathways.
Yep.
That's what math teaches you. And when all a kid has to do is literally take a picture of the math problem with their phone and the AI will solve it, they're not creating pathways.
Yeah. Not only solve it, but show you exactly the steps to do it.
Yeah. Where you need to be creating those pathways in your head on your own.
Yeah. Exactly. It's the same thing with cursive writing. It develops something in your artistic part of your brain that helps you out in other things.
Very true. Yeah. And they've totally done away with cursive writing from what
actually they're coming. I don't know about California's coming back with it. California public schools are coming back with it.
Wow.
So I don't know whoever figured that out, but they're actually starting to come back with it. And my daughter homeschools her kids, so she's got them doing cursive anyway.
Yeah. My kids
memorizing multiplication facts.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, so California got one thing right. even a blind squirrel gets a nut every once in a while, right?
That's it. So going back to Veterans Day, yesterday we had a Veterans Day ceremony at the Mount Soledad Monument there in San Diego.
Yeah.
And just a gorgeous day. It was about 82 degrees, I think, by the time that thing got finished. It was commemorating the Korean War. So they had it was great. They had like all these Koreans that served in their Korean army that are now citizens of the United States.
Wow.
They were, that a whole bunch of them there. Yeah, it was really great.
That's cool.
And we of course had a lot of Korean War veterans and everything like that. And they're getting few and far between because they're up in their 90s,
Yeah.
So yeah, it was really great. It was really great.
That's really cool that they had the Koreans that were, that have come over or whatever. Now they're
Correct.
here.
Yeah.
No, that's really cool.
Yeah. I don't know if you probably remember him, Neil O'Connell. He's a retired sergeant major from the Nice Guys. Andrew, you've met him at,
I'm sure
through
I
the Nice
have.
Guys. Yeah.
Was it
he's
O'Connell?
the O'Connell.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's the executive director of the Mount Soledad organization, and he's done, he's really done a lot of good things with it.
Very cool.
Yeah. And so then San Diego has their Veterans Day parade, but I won't be there because the city of Santee has a function about that same time. They have the bridge that goes over the lakes, the little Santee lakes. They put a monument there earlier this year, or was it last year? I can't remember. But they're going to have the flag. They're going to change out the flags tomorrow. Morning
Nice.
about 10. Yeah, it's going to be a nice little ceremony.
Very cool.
So,
they have a band coming in for that?
No band, because the band will be at Marine Band San Diego will be at the same Veterans Day parade.
Yeah. That's a every year thing for them.
Oh, of course, yeah. And then Marine Band San Diego was up at Mount Soledad yesterday.
Oh, were they?
So,
was it the whole band?
Yeah, the whole band.
No
Band.
kidding?
Yep.
That's awesome.
They had their ball the night before. The MCRD had their ball the night before.
Very nice. Very nice. Everybody's having birthday balls. I just talked to retired First Sergeant Barrett that I know, and he's out.
Mike Barrett?
What's that?
Mike Barrett, retired First Sergeant Mike Barrett.
I don't know if his first name's Mike. He was with
his
six.
Wife's Tasha. His wife's Tasha.
Ooh, I don't know that. He's living in Texas. I know that. I'd have to look up his first name.
Did he retire out of the Wounded Warrior Battalion East?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Maybe that wasn't, but it's probably the same Barrett I know.
It probably is. I know when I left Lejeune, he was with I think it was 6 Marines, I'm
pretty sure that's him.
Yeah. He's at a ball tonight. I was just talking to him about it because our special guest that was going to be here was unable to make it, so I was throwing Hail Marys trying to find something, but in true Oklahoma State fashion, we lost that terribly today. But yeah,
I'm going to the First Marine Division ball tomorrow night.
Oh, no kidding! Very nice. Who's the guest speaker for that?
I think the meth commander.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure the meth commander.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, shoot, now that we're on that topic, we had Veterans Day. I was saving it, but of course, today, of all days, we have the podcast and Marine Corps birthday. 249 years.
And so you do know that it was a day put in there into the calendar, right? Just for the Marine Corps birthday?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you figure it, there's how many days in a week? 7, right?
Days a week.
Yeah. 7 days a week, 52 weeks in a year. 7 times 52. 7 times 2, 14, carry the 1. 7 times 5 is 35, plus the 1, 36. That's 364. So where'd that other day come from? The Marine Corps birthday. We had to put it in for the Marine Corps birthday.
That's right.
An extra day.
That's right. I like that. Man. See, Marine Corps is special. And I don't know. Did you guys see the on social media? Are you friends with Tracer Burnout, the podcast guys from Tracer Burnout on there? You got to friend them, but they did a happy birthday to the Marine Corps today. It was pretty funny, and they basically pulled out a cake, but the cake was like a crayon. It was like a crayon type of thing, and he's like, "Oh, happy birthday, Marines!" And I was like, "Man," I was like, "It was pretty good." I'm not gonna lie to you, it was good though. But yeah, they did.
I don't know where that crayon thing ever came from, but it wasn't in before I retired.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I'm not sure where it comes from. I get what they're talking about, though. We're not as smart.
Yeah,
maybe.
Crayon eaters. Yeah.
Yeah. I just accept it for what it is. I'm not that.
Oh
smart.
yeah.
I recognize that. But 249 years. Imagine next year. It's going to be big, and we have to do something big.
Oh, huge. 250.
Yeah.
250 is going to be big.
We got to come up with something big for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. We all got to get together. We got to do something for it. We got to do something big for that. So for any listener
Well, you
out
know,
there,
they're going to there's reconstructing Ton Tavern.
I
oh
was
yes.
literally about to say that. I was gonna say that's a perfect segue to what was gonna be my military
I'm sorry.
story today. No. It's a good segue. Yeah.
We'll go into it.
The group breaks ground on Tongue Tavern, birthplace of the Marine Corps, on Sunday. Marine veteran Patrick Daly will shovel dirt at a site in Philadelphia. So, they broke ground today. The groundbreaking is a ceremonial step towards Daly's dream of seeing Marines hoist tankards of ale by the 250th Marine Corps birthday in 2025. Yes. They've broken ground, but apparently they still need to raise about $8 million to be able to finish by this time next year.
$8 million?
Yeah.
Well, I would love to help with that, but I ain't got $8 million to give them.
I got $8.
$8. Yeah.
But if every Marine gives $8, that'll be well on our way.
Yeah, that's a good point, though. Yeah.
Yep.
You know, maybe we start a campaign, $8 per Marine. You know, I think that's doable. Everybody can afford $8. You know,
let's see.
Yeah, I'm going to start a campaign on the face pages and the TikTokers and all the other social
and hook up with the actual organization.
Yeah,
so you got the contact of the organization, Vic?
Maybe somewhere in here.
They say they need $8 million.
So
the $8.
The Ton Tavern Legacy Foundation. Let's see. Yes,
well, we can hook up with them. We could try to raise money, and then maybe next year on the birthday we could all meet at Ton Tavern. And do a podcast from Ton Tavern.
Apparently, the Drum and Bugle Corps is reported to have played there for today's ceremony.
Did they really?
Yeah, they're on the poster for it.
Huh.
Yes. www.theton.org.
Nice.
So
I have to reach out to those guys.
Yeah, reach out to them. Let's get this $8 of, or
$8
even
a Marine. If you're out there,
or even 17. How about $17.75?
Oh man, look at you go!
Yeah, that'd be even better.
Just donate $17.75 if you're a Marine.
Right,
man. Right. Come on, yeah. No, you're onto something there. I like that.
Yeah.
And you get all the Marines throughout the United States.
If every Marine gives $17.75, man, come on, that'd be easy. Easy.
At the bottom of the website, at the bottom of the website, there is a button that says "Click here to contribute." So you go to theton.org, scroll all the way to the bottom of the website, and there's a "Click here to contribute."
Well, we can do a fundraiser.
The Lost Arts 1775 campaign.
Yeah, we can do that on there's a money fundraiser thing, right?
GoFundMe.
We do a GoFundMe, 1775 for all Marines to donate 1775, and then we just donate all that to the organization.
Right.
That's a good one. Dang, Mark, I knew we had you on here for a reason.
Yeah, let's do it.
That's good, man. All right, we're all about that. Hey, for the TikTokers out there, 1775. Come on, you can do that. I'll set it up. You guys pay to it. Yeah, that's good. I like that. Now we got our cause, a bar.
Yep, a bar. Yeah, duh. Birthplace Marine Corps.
Yep.
Priorities.
Yes.
I love it. Oh man. Well,
We have to donate the money under the stipulation that they also have cigars.
ooh, they have to have a cigar lounge. That's good. I'll contact them and let them know.
I mean, but maybe go outside to smoke. I don't know if Philadelphia or Pennsylvania allows smoking inside, but it'd be kind of cool to have.
But
at
yeah,
least a little-
smoke outside. Yeah, it'd be good.
one of those little glass box humidors, where you can sell like 2 or 3 cigars at a time. We'll see.
There you
Maybe
go.
not. Maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah. I might smoke too. Oh man. Well, hey,
I won't.
we didn't hit you guys' stuff. So Mark, do you have any veteran news?
I sure do. I have this.
All right.
I just found out about this organization. It's more for caregiver. It's more for veterans and their caregiver, to give the caregiver a break, because that's one of the biggest overlooked concepts of taking care of our veterans.
Yeah.
Caregiver burnout is a real thing,
Mhm.
because they get tired and of dealing. They have to keep their temper, they have to keep their emotions in check, and you get
Oh, yeah.
caregiver burnout. And so there's this organization that's called Warrior Beach Retreat Inc.
Okay.
So they they're a 501c3, and they put on these 7-day I think it's even 7 nights, so it's like an 8-day thing, down in Florida. You get taken down there, they put you up, and take care of you for a week down there. So it's called Warrior Beach Retreat Inc. At gmail.com, actually, but it's .org. So warriorbeachretreat.org. That's the website.
Yeah.
It's not, it's even though it's got warrior into it, they even said it's no affiliation with the Wounded Warrior Project, but it's warriorbeachretreat.org. And if you want to email them, warriorbeachretreatinc@gmail.com.
Very nice. I'll be sure and put that in the comments section too,
Yeah,
so-
definitely look into it. It's wow, it's great. I was told a friend of mine, him and his wife went down there, and they said it was fantastic. The city, it's one of those times where the city comes out, they have a parade for the group that comes down there.
No kidding.
And the
Wow.
whole town takes care of them.
Huh.
It's down in Panama City.
And how often do they do the retreats?
Oh, it's let's see. It's at least, I think, 4 times a year.
That's pretty good.
I think so, what they got. And they just had one starts. Well, it's going on right now. It's actually going on right now till the 11th,
Okay.
till tomorrow.
Dang. And that's really you're talking the caregiver for the veteran.
Correct. So the
And then
caregiver and the
yeah.
veteran would go down there.
Yeah. Very nice. Man, that's a really good deal.
It is. Well, a friend of mine, he said when he went down, it was phenomenal. It was phenomenal.
Man, Mark, you are always coming up with some good veteran benefits type thing. You know?
There's plenty of people out there wanting to help, and it's the great spirit of the American public that wants to take care of their, appreciative of their veterans
Mhm.
that served for them. It's just like when I was off on Friday for that 3/1 memorial, but even at work, everyone is saying, hey, have a good, happy birthday, but happy Veterans Day also.
Yeah.
And just like I responded to them, well, thank you for being the type of citizen that we're proud to serve for.
Yeah.
So there's plenty of great Americans out there that want to do their part to take care of the veteran.
Yeah, for sure. That's the great thing that I've seen with America, and there's so many individuals out there that support the military right now. Unfortunately there were some that, Vietnam era, when they came back. They did not get the same treatment that we had.
No,
And I think that
no,
those individuals that came back that received that treatment, they made it a vow that, hey, we're not going to let that happen again. And when I came back, I'm sure when you guys came back, it was a completely different world.
yeah.
But there's so many out there right now that are supporting the veterans.
And they even brought that up, at the Mount Soledad for the commemoration of the Korean War, because they call it the Forgotten War, because they America went from almost 9 million service members at the end of the World War II. 9 million, and within months they were down to 600,000.
Yeah.
And that's when the Korean War started. They brought up the draft again. They drafted a whole bunch of people to serve, but it was over in 3 years.
Yeah.
And that's why they call it the Forgotten War, because America had lost so many people before that they just were war weary, and they did not really want to fight another war. And so it was like, okay, yeah, go over there and serve, come back, get back into life, because like I said, they call it the Forgotten War.
Yeah. One of the things that I think is crazy with that. Oh, TikTok's asking me to do something crazy here, and I'm not doing very good at it. What? Okay. I had to do like a puzzle thing. I don't know. It came up and said do a puzzle. I did not do it very well. But Korea, those guys, being a forgotten type of thing, but they did incredible things while they were over there.
Oh, amazing. And like I said, 3 years from start to finish of hostilities. 3 years. Think about, our wars in 2003 to 2006. How many times did we go back and forth? And still, it was going on again. Then we started Afghanistan and everything. But it was, Korea was full blown out war for 3 years. But like I said, they did not want to publish it. They did not want to put in the resources, just like World War II. It was no holds barred about American public sacrificing and doing everything for the war effort. They did not have that in the Korean War. And then there was disdain for the Vietnam War.
Oh, yeah. And that's one of the things that I think with veteran suicide is comes back to that appreciation type of thing as well, but I think individuals back then, I don't know, they were made from a different era, different cloth, right? And when they came back, they didn't talk about things at all.
No. They were like, a lot of especially World War II in Korea, they were Depression era babies. They grew up with nothing. They grew up hungry. They went to bed hungry a lot of times.
Yeah, sure.
That's just how it was. They had scraped for everything.
Speaking of the generational gaps and everything, when you came in, Mark, did you have Vietnam veterans?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, I came in '82. It was only, even someone who just got drafted in 69, 70 only had 10, 11 years in. We had plenty of guys that came back, got out of they did their time in, the late 60s, early 70s, got out, and then came back in when Reagan was elected.
Wow.
So we had plenty of sergeants that were Vietnam veterans.
Wow. So how was that for your guys, like your generation, as you were coming through,
It was, we got, so they always say we always trained to fight the last war. And, we trained, we trained like we were going to go fight in Vietnam, especially Camp Pendleton has all the hills, hike, attack the hill, dig in, patrol all night, fill in the hole, and start doing it all again the next day. And, And so, but it had, he had their our battalion commanders were platoon commanders in Vietnam, you know, because it was only, like I said, platoon, our battalion commanders got like usually around 18 years, 18, close to 20 years in the Marine Corps, you know. So like I said, our battalion commanders were platoon commanders and company commanders in Vietnam.
Wow.
And so they knew how to fight.
Yeah.
They knew how to train us.
Man, that's incredible. And that's a completely different mindset from, you know, from that generation to your generation. And then now, you know,
yeah, and there was no political correctness. There was no worry about hurting people's feelings.
Yeah.
There was no tact was not an issue, you know. You remember the old, I don't know if you remember the old fit reps where there was the non-observed, there was and tact was one of the things. So said, I always, some of the guys would say, yeah, I always get non-observed on tact, not observed using any.
Very nice.
But there also used to, on the old fit reps, there used to be force and loyalty.
Oh yeah.
Because you were graded. If you were a weak and feeble whip, you know, you got slammed for your force and leadership.
Wow. No kidding.
Yeah. But when they took that, and I have a friend, I said when General Krulak changed the fit rep around and he took off force and loyalty, that changed a lot of things the way you know, people dealt, leadership was executed.
You know, one of the things I was just talking to somebody, Robert Merriking, he's Master Gunny, just promoted this past year, I think, or year before. I can't remember which, but Master Gunny. And we were talking about fitness reports and how the E9 fitness reports, there's only like a word description. That's it. There's not like, you don't get graded on things, right? And I was telling him, I was like, hey man, screw it. Like, you're not getting graded. Like, if you think something's messed up, tell them it's messed up. Like, you know, and the only reason there's that word picture really is like for Sergeant Major example, you guys may be fighting, you know, for the next higher
for
level.
The slots, yeah, to get slated to work for the general or whatever like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And Master Gunnies, we don't have that problem.
No.
Like, and I heard it. I was in a CG's meeting at 3rd Mall, and the CG, was it the CG? Maybe it was a Sergeant Major. I can't remember who. But it was like, there's a reason that you're a Master Gunny. Like, if something's messed up, it's your responsibility to say it.
But that's all staff NCOs. That's all NCOs and staff NCOs.
Yeah.
And then,
but I told him, I was like, man, screw it. If you think something's messed up, tell them, man. No, they can't do anything to you.
No.
So, worst thing that happened, you get a nip lock, you know. So it's pretty bad when you're a Master Gunny, you get a nip lock, right? Is that bad? I don't know.
Did you have to double sign your fitness report?
I didn't have to do that. No, they allowed
because that was your last fit rep, right?
It was, yeah.
They don't even do. I mean,
I didn't even get my last fit rep.
What's the purpose of doing the last fit rep anyway?
I didn't do anything. I just went out the door and was like, "Have a nice day, enjoy it."
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta love it. Good times. Well, you guys got anything else you want to talk about? I know we are not going by the script of what we normally do, but if you have anything else to bring up.
Well, I was going to say that things are ominously quiet on all I go to like 4 different websites to kind of look for military news, and everything is nerfed. Everything is like nice little softball stories.
Really?
Yeah, like Pentagon chief directs military to conduct smooth transition. Duh. Okay. Next year's Congress will feature the most women vet members ever. Ooh. Let's see. Department of Defense, Biden and Austin host veterans ceremony. Ooh. I mean, everything has been nerfed. There's no updates what's going on in over in Yemen, and none of that, nothing going on. There's no updates, anything going on in Ukraine, Russia. There's no updates of North Koreans fighting for Russia. There's none of that. None of it.
I guarantee there's some generals and admirals are knowing they're going to be packing their trash though.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
Come January 20th, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
you're gone, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone. Retire right now.
Yeah.
I did see like some stories on some like
oh.
no name websites, like U.S. Civil Defense or something like that. You know, where the Yemen pirates have said that they're going to stop their attacks on ships.
And
Yeah.
Hamas is already begging for to end this stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, I mean it's and then apparently even Putin is looking for
And Z,
maybe
he-
ceasefire.
Yep.
Well, he had a meeting with Zelensky, right?
I don't know. I didn't see that.
Maybe
I don't think so. But no, it was Z with China. Putin and,
Oh,
and,
yeah. Okay.
and Z, they got together already and said, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they
and
did.
then on top of that, the day after the election, the stock market went up 1,500 points.
Yeah, and gold dropped,
Yeah.
because they
No
know
kidding.
the oil's going to go back up. I mean, the oil's going to start flowing, and the price of oil is going to go down. And what was it for a while when Trump was in? It was like $0 a barrel, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't oil down to nothing?
Yeah, it was
Pretty much,
ridiculous.
Yeah. When we were doing it all ourselves and getting it here,
exactly.
and
then-
we have the biggest reserve ever. Like, and you look at every place, we have the
Yep.
biggest reserve. Why are we not
We
using
have oil, we have natural gas, we have every coal. Like I said, Germany started building coal plants again.
Mm.
You know, because they were paying so much for oil.
Yeah. And that's
So-
all coming from Russia.
Yeah. Yeah. And just like Trump told them, you're financing your enemy.
Yeah.
You are financing your enemy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to all the energy decisions that are about to happen.
Oh,
Picking up the finishing the pipeline and all the fracking that's going to happen. And I think within the next year or so that we're going to be energy dependent again. Independent, I mean.
I think it's
Energy
less than a
independent.
year.
Yeah.
I think it's way less than a year.
Probably.
You know what I find incredibly interesting is the relationship between Donald Trump and Elon Musk, right? Elon Musk is doing, the electric cars and all this other stuff, but Elon Musk is supporting Trump and all the crazy stuff that's going on. Like, and I don't know, it's just insane to me, And I saw two. The cyber trucks, I think is what they're called, right? Cyber trucks.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw two of them on the road, which, by the way, one of them had an incredibly cool paint job. Anyways, the vehicle itself, I think, is ugly as all get out.
Oh, horrible.
My wife was like, "It's supposed to remind you of the box trucks that you made, out of a cardboard thing and that." And I was like, "Yeah, you're right. It does remind me of that for sure." But anyways, I saw a couple of those on the road, and did you know they don't do any advertising? There's no advertising for any of Elon Musk's stuff.
And he
pays full price for any vehicle that he uses.
And they're all over. You see a lot of them here in Southern California.
Yeah. Zero Imagine how much money they are saving by not marketing anything. It's just word of mouth.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we have a good product. You enjoy it if you want to. Whatever. We don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing the relationship between those two, though, at this point.
Well, they're both efficiency experts, they're doing the best and trying new things. Everyone goes, oh, Trump has all these bankruptcies and stuff. Because he tries something.
Uh-huh.
He tries something. He tries to put people to work. He starts a new company, tries to put people to work.
And not everything's going to pan out for you. If you look at life and all the stuff that's happened over your life, right? You're telling me that you've never failed at something?
Correct.
Come
Exactly.
on. Everybody has failed. That's how you learn. It's just he's learning on a different level, right? He has way more money to be able to learn bigger mistakes. Is kind of how I look at it, anyways.
Yep.
But man, that's part of learning. That's John Wayne said that. You know, what's the secret to success? You know, you
Getting
got
back up on the horse.
yeah. Anyway, John Wayne, he's a hero of mine.
You know it.
Yeah.
Well, my father-in-law said that poor people don't make jobs.
Correct. I never got, like I said, that's what someone said. I never got a job from a poor man.
Yeah,
That's a true statement. Yeah. There's
Yeah.
got to be a rich man somewhere.
Yep.
They got to pay you.
I don't understand people's mentality about how corporations have to pay their fair share. I don't get it. You know, corporations
Dude,
don't
they're-
pay taxes, and they do pay taxes. It's just that they pass the price of the tax onto the consumer. So corporations pay taxes. They just pay it by hiking up the price of their product or their service or whatever it
Of
is.
course. And
So
then,
when the government says we're going to charge corporations more tax, basically what they're doing is laundering more tax money
Oh.
from the American people through through corporations.
exactly. And then, when everyone was complaining about all of Trump's tariffs. Oh, we're putting tariffs on all these countries. They're going to pay more for these products. Don't buy a foreign product then, and you won't pay that tariff.
It's a good
Yeah.
point.
So like,
Well-
especially all the foreign made cars. So like if you put a 10, 20, 30% tariff on these cars, they have to eat it. The
Yeah.
companies, these people, they have to eat it because if they don't eat the cost of the tariff, then that makes their car or whatever product higher than what could be made in America.
Yeah.
And did say Trump said Mexico better start doing something about these people crossing and all these the big caravans coming north.
Yep.
So I guess they're already breaking up that they got that 3,000 person caravan down way south in Mexico. They're already starting to break that up and sending them back.
Go figure.
He's already making changes. He's already
He
making
hasn't
changes.
even become president yet. He's
For how many days? How many days has it been? 4,
what,
5?
4? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. How
Oh,
in the
yeah.
world could he do something in 4 days when he's not the president when the current president hasn't done anything?
Yep.
Yep.
Maybe not anything, but you get where
Yeah.
I'm from.
Yeah, but I
Somebody's
just thought it was
back.
interesting that here we are, less than a week out from the election, and everything has gotten all quiet in the Middle East.
Yep.
No more escalation.
Yep.
Everybody's shutting up. It's kind of like deterrence is the best defense. It's like
Yeah.
everybody
Exactly.
already knows what is coming because he was president for 4 years already. Second time in history that president was reelected for non-concurrent terms.
Right.
But like everybody knows what to expect from him. So the world is already starting to realign itself.
And
Who was the other one that
Grover
was-
Cleveland was the other one.
Grover Cleveland. Okay. Yeah.
So, and especially since he got cheated, how that burns. When you get screwed over like that, it burns. And he's been planning this stuff out daily,
Oh, yeah.
daily. Exactly how he's going to go back in and
kudos
do things
to
different.
his campaign. Who is it? The woman that was in charge of his campaign. I
Yeah.
mean, she did a fantastic job.
And now
Oh,
she's his chief of staff.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And did you know there was someone was saying, he says they had everyone was worried about all the cheating going on, but he got his daughter in there and got that other person out of the Republican National Committee, and
Mhm.
they went in state by state, all those places where they got cheated over, and they had lawyers in there all the time. They said they were not worried about these. They knew they were taking these swing states because they knew they had the ground game in there and the cheating under control.
Yeah.
And they said they were not worried about. They knew they were going to win. They knew that they were going to take those states.
One thing that I hope happens, and if Trump ever listens to the podcast, he'll hear me. But I don't think that'll happen. But
You never know. You
Well,
never
that's a good
know.
point.
You never know with him.
so one of the things that I hope that as he is changing things, as he is doing stuff, that he is kind of putting JD Vance as that that next person, or kind of giving him the advantage, if you will, and kind of pushing it off on him. Say JD Vance said this, JD Vance is doing this, because in my opinion, dude, he's going to be a great candidate for president on the next run.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, we definitely got a little bit of a bench going on. Definitely got
Totally.
some depth. Whereas the Democratic Party does not.
They don't.
Yeah.
Who do they have? What name do they have right now? They've only got the old white guys.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know? They've only got the old freaking Schumer, Schiff.
Mhm.
They don't have a bench. They don't have a bench going on of
Yeah.
notable names.
Well,
And
the only
someone was even saying maybe it was good that Trump got cheated last time because we would have been stuck with Mike Pence.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mike Pence would have been running
Yeah.
for the election most likely.
So I don't know if either one of you guys heard this. So Kamala Harris spent over $1 billion, right? In her
Billion.
campaign, over $1 billion.
Oh my God.
And apparently is now her campaign apparently is $40 million in debt.
In debt. Yep.
What?
I heard that.
Yeah. And Trump was considering forgiving her debt. I don't know how he would do that, because in order for him to do that, she would have to owe the federal government that money.
Yeah, that'd
Which
be just
means
like that'd be like income.
Yeah, so like if she would owe the federal government, was she using taxpayers' money for campaigning? I mean, I don't know how that would work. How could he forgive that debt unless it was
I
federal
didn't
money?
hear the forgiving. I heard he's
Yeah.
gonna pay it.
Oh, pay it.
Oh, dang.
Oh.
You talking about go screw yourself deal.
But I mean, he's still got he's still got a $400 million bond out there that he's gonna have to pay back or whatever, for being released for his 34 counts, his 34 felonies apparently.
Now, was he ever charged on? Like, was he actually charged on all that stuff?
He was actually charged and found guilty. He was convicted of 34 felony charges.
30
Still,
felonies.
They said he can't even go to Canada because he's a felon.
Get out of town.
But again,
the president of the United States can't even go to Canada. Hey, JD Vance is going to be a working foe. He's got to go all these different places because Trump can't do it. Trump's going to be sitting in his Oval Office with his feet kicked up, and he'll be like, yeah, man, this is perfect. I don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Good for him, man.
But about half of his lawfare cases have already been dropped. So fucking Smith up in New York is like, oh, we're gonna have to reassess and relook at this. So December 2nd, they're supposed to come out with what they think is their next step with moving forward with all these lawfare cases. But you cannot convict or try or even plan to do anything criminally against a sitting president. So if they're going to do anything, they're going to have to get it done before January.
Yep. And that ain't going to happen.
But the Court of Appeals for those 34 counts, of course, they're appealing them, and that's a panel of 5 judges. And the judges were already looking at and like talking about maybe censoring the lawyers.
Yeah,
but that's not the Supreme Court.
No, appeals court, the appellate court.
Yeah, okay.
Whatever district appellate court, 5th district, maybe up there. I don't remember what it is. Don't quote me on that.
I got
and then Trump even strongly recommended to the Congress and Senate do not appoint or do not approve any of the judges that are up for recommendation that the Democrats have up for recommendation for the federal judges.
Oh,
he said, do not do it. Do not let the new Congress appoint them.
Wow.
Yeah, which Democrats are going to throw a fit about it because technically it's still Biden's privilege,
Correct.
I guess, to do that.
Yep.
Yeah. But
you're right. He can name it. He could still change all the laws where there's more. Like he could up the amount of judges and stuff like that, and he can. What do they call it? Oh man, I can't remember what they call it.
He wants to pack. They want to pack the court of the Supreme Court to get over the amount of Republican or the conservatives on the court.
Yeah. I mean, technically, he still has time that. I don't know if it get approved in time, but
it won't. It's got to go through. The Republicans still have uh, control the Congress
Yeah.
right now. So
of the House, yeah.
of the House. So it's got to go through them first. The Senate,
So it has to go with House, then the
Senate, but the Senate has to have like 2/3 of a
Majority,
vote.
yeah.
Yeah, majority, not just a simple majority. Something like that takes a 2/3 vote, and that's why they want to get rid of that. They want to get rid of the 2/3 vote. They want to get rid of what the filibuster and stuff like that, so they can just ram this shit through.
Yeah.
I'm honestly surprised that I mean, there was a lot of talk right after Biden got elected of packing the Supreme Court, because there's
Yes,
nothing in the Constitution that says how many justices or should be or can be or on the Supreme Court. But there has to have been a reason why they didn't, and I'd be interested to know what that reason was, because there was a lot of talk about it.
I think it's because you think about it. If they did that, then what is the retaliation? What
correct.
is the
That's
Republican Party going to do on the backside of that? And I
the
think
next time.
it's good for the country, in my opinion. If you always keep that in mind, what if we want something? What is the other party going to be able to do with that? You know what I'm saying? And it just kind of goes back and forth with that, and that's something that they always have to keep in mind as things are developing, right?
Yeah. Oh well, you would think.
Well, yeah,
yeah, but I honestly don't think they do, because obviously they're already starting the lawsuits about the Republicans cheated and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see. And then I even saw an article that somebody was blaming Elon Musk because apparently all the states, apparently all the battleground states, supposedly Elon Musk was in charge of like the software of the voting machines where Kamala lost all the sweet. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, come
what?
on. Yeah, I'm not even kidding. Yeah. I'm sure it was just like a stupid fucking website out there, but somebody, conspiracy theory kind of thing. But still, I mean, people, that's out there. It's out there.
But
people
they did have those Dominion machines in Kentucky that you couldn't vote for Trump.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
like that. Hit the button all day for Trump, but hit the button for Harris. Bam! It takes.
I can't remember what state it was, but I saw a state where there was a mark in somebody's ballot, and I can't remember. It might have been for Harris, but because the mark was there, it would automatically pick that. And of course, I'm probably speaking out of my butt right now, but that's one of those conspiracy theories type things. But I did see something like that. It's probably not true.
Yeah.
If you're out there, TikTok, it's not true. Damn it. I don't know. I'm talking out of my ass.
I can't believe I haven't been cut off yet.
I know. You're doing really good.
It's been
maybe
over an hour
Trump
and 16 minutes.
Elected,
maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You are coming in crystal clear on this end. That never happens.
No.
Clearly, Gavin Newsom has got other things to worry about tonight. Thank God.
Yeah, he's worried about how to not do anything Trump wants. That's So Mark is off the hook tonight.
Woo.
Yeah. You can say whatever you want, Mark. This is your chance. You got to get it out there. Ridiculous. Well, hey, got anything else?
I don't think so.
I mean, minus probably, and this is important, and I think we should probably make sure that this happens. And you guys are going to hate me for this, but we're going to sing the Marines hymn.
Sounds great.
All 3 verses.
All 3.
I don't remember all 3.
I got them all.
I totally screw it up when we get in the second, third. I get them mixed up, and
I got it. I got it.
Do you?
Of course.
You know what? I'm going to be very interested. If we start this, I'm going to be interested into seeing, does it actually line up when the recording comes out? Because, I mean, Mark, you're California. Vic, you're down in South Carolina. I'm up in Virginia Beach. Do you think it'll line up?
Why not?
I don't think it will. I think we tried this on a happy birthday at some point in time, if I'm not mistaken, right? We tried a happy birthday, and it was not anywhere close. Violation warning. What the hell? Your live is flagged for civic and election integrity
Whoa, big
on
brother,
the TikToker. Yeah.
big brother.
Violations could result in your live being discontinued.
Dang.
Thanks, Mark. Jeez. I'm sorry for everything that we've said so far, TikTok. I apologize. It's funny that popped up when I said we're going to sing the Marines hymn, though, right?
Yeah.
I think they're discriminating against the Marine Corps. I think that's
so.
what's going on here. And I think I'm going to sue your ass, TikTok. I'm just kidding, TikTok. Don't take that serious. I've been drinking a little bit. I have one person watching, and that person's probably like, these are some idiots, man. What the heck is going on? It's okay. All right.
It's probably your mom.
If it is, she's going to be mad at me. But it ain't the first time. I'll be honest with you. All right. Ready? Vic, you start us off. You got to give us a key here, a tune, a pitch.
La.
La.
Yep.
You got it, Mark? La.
Got it.
All right.
Da da da. 1, 2, ready, go. From the halls
of Montezuma
to the
shores of Tripoli, we fight our country's battles
in the
air, on land, and sea.
First to
fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor clean. We are proud to claim the title of United States Marines. Our flags unfurled to every breeze, from dawn to setting sun. We have fought in every climate place where we could take a gun. In the snow of far off northern lands, and in sunny tropic scenes, you will find us always on the job, the United States Marines. Here's health to you and to our corps, which we are proud to serve. In many a strife we fought for life and never lost our nerve. If the Army and the Navy ever look on heaven's scenes, they will find the streets are guarded by United States Marines.
I can't believe that I totally screwed that up. I apologize to everybody, all the Marines out there. I apologize.
God bless the United States and success to the Marines.
Just for the record, it was your idea, Andrew.
I should have looked at the words before I started that shit.
I mean, it was going to be your idea. I mean, I'm just saying.
It just came to me. That's what happens when I drink too much. By the way, speaking of drinking, I go to buy some bourbon at the I guess it was the Navy Exchange there on Little Creek, and they had a sale for oh man, I can't remember which bourbon it was. Woodford Reserve. They had a sale.
Oh, good. That's good stuff.
Yeah. So we go up to the front, and I look over, and I see like 5 boxes of Jim Beam White Label. That's like, and the giant bottles, not the little bottles.
The handles.
Yeah, the handles, man. And
175.
I'm like, there's no price tag on it, and I'm like, huh. I wonder how much this is. So I asked the lady, and the lady's like, yeah, there's a little thing over there. You can check it out. So I go over and I click it. It was $22 for a freaking
handle
thing of it. I'm like, come on. Are you kidding me? I told Mary King because he was down visiting Rob, and I'm like, hey man, I'm sorry, but I'm not paying this much for this. Jim Beam for a fifth, yeah, or for a handle, I'm taking it, man. $22. That's a good deal.
I mean, it is a cheap bourbon.
It's still
Pretty
good.
good bourbon,
It goes
though.
down. It goes
Yeah.
down just fine. I'm drinking it right now.
White label and a white cup. Nice.
I mean, wait. I should have. Never mind.
I'm wearing my red, white, and blue for Veterans Day going on.
What do you got going on there? What do you? Okay, so Mark, you got your Marine Corps shirt. I'm digging it. Got the open anchor, looking sharp, nice, and you got Liberty, Freedom. Oh, Mickey Mouse though.
Duh.
Does Mickey Mouse know what liberty and freedom is all about?
Of course he does.
He just doesn't abide by it.
Oh, wow. Shots fired. Mickey Mouse does. I don't know about the Disney Corporation, but Mickey Mouse does.
That was good. I think this is grunt style. Yeah, grunt style. Whoa, trying to find the right grunt style. Right here, I got my sweatshirt on, representing. Got the Eagle, United States Marine Corps shit going on here. That's good.
Right.
Yeah. 249 years. You guys are fucking old.
Yeah. Next year's going to be epic. So we'll see.
Oh my God. 1775. We're starting a
$17.75.
That's right. $17.75. All the Marines out there have to give $17.75. There is one guy.
Tab.
There's one guy on TikTok that's listening. I don't even know who it is. It's Linwood. You did great. I sang along here in Texas. So I got Linwood down in Texas who was singing along to the anthem. Linwood, you're the freaking man. I'll see you in a couple of days for the next podcast. Linwood will come on for the Men of Faith, in case anybody's wondering. But it was a great podcast Linwood did. He did a prayer on the podcast. Fantastic. He's a good preacher. You know, he's out there doing good stuff. I appreciate you, Linwood. Thank you. He said, yes, sir. Hoorah. Love you, brother. Man, he's all into the TikToker stuff. He's really good on TikTok. If you don't know anything about Linwood Presley King, for anybody out there, go check him out. Oh, shoot, man. And I don't know if I can say the name of your band. Remind me what it is, Linwood, and I'll say it here in a second. I can say it on my podcast, but I'm not sure I can say it on the podcast or the what is that called? The TikTok Live. That's what I'm doing. TikTok Live. Anyways, guys.
I mean, you've already been flagged for election integrity. What's one more violation?
I know, man. They freaking hit me like it was cool.
In real time.
That was China too, man. Isn't TikTok China?
Yes.
I think that China would be all about it, you know? Maybe not. I don't know. China doesn't like me either. It ain't the first time somebody didn't like me. All right, words of wisdom. You guys got anything for tonight?
Yeah, I got something.
Oh, let's hear it. All right.
So first of all, the cigar.
I forget.
I had to relight, and I had a runner, which is not typical for an Arturo Fuente. But I mean, relights are often typical for me because apparently I got some kind of cigar demon living in, or in my humidor or something. I don't know.
Speaking of demons, I watched a podcast recently about a priest that exorcised the demons. You may want to reach out to him. Just saying,
okay.
It might help your cigars.
Yes. But so always an earthy cedar taste. I'm kind of like gonna stay out here and finish smoking it after we're done here. But in honor of our recent election, here's my words of wisdom. No society in human history ever suffered because of people becoming too reasonable.
Ooh.
Sam Harris.
Dang. You're like throwing down the gauntlet like you're trying to fight with Marcus and some kind of shit. This is crazy. That was good, though.
No society in human history ever suffered because people became too reasonable.
Yep. That was good. That was good. All right, Mark. It's
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
go along with Victor and say I think President Reagan said it also. I don't know who else said it. It said no country was ever attacked because they were too weak or too strong.
Ooh, that's a true statement.
Yep.
That's what I'm talking about. And to say that on the Marine Corps birthday, come on.
Know it.
Of all the branches of service, we all know that the Marine Corps is the best. And all my Army dog friends out there is going to get pissed off. But it's okay. We're the best.
No one ever tries to make the excuse. I almost joined the Army. I almost joined the Navy. You know?
Oh my
That's
good.
No, yeah. It's like,
Hey, shots fired, tracer burnout. Dang. That's what I'm talking about. 249 years.
you see that some of those memes on like Facebook, it says all services have a birthday. And then the smirky face is like, do they really? Do they now?
But seriously, I mean, come on. And that's true. Nobody celebrates their birthday like the Marines.
No.
Nobody.
No.
We have pride in, what we offer to the country and all the craziness. It's all good. And yeah, I like it. I'm proud to be a Marine.
You're either a Marine or a dead Marine. There's only two types. There ain't no former, ex, nothing like that. You're either a Marine or a dead Marine.
That's a good point. Yeah. Dang. Mark's coming up with some good shit tonight. I mean, minus you almost got me kicked off TikTok a second ago. It might have been me. I don't even know why I almost got kicked off TikTok, but I did.
We were talking what? Yeah, why? I mean, we didn't say anything wrong.
According to
Big Brother watching
TikTok, we did, but that's all.
Yeah.
I keep expecting them to come up with something else and be like, "You're officially banned from TikTok forever." It's all good. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys for coming on. You guys make it
definitely
exciting for me and fun. Truly appreciate you. I love you guys. I don't care what anybody else says about you. You guys are my friends and
all right,
brothers.
And let's get that $17.75 campaign rolling.
$17.75, baby. Linwood, you out there? You better freaking $17.75 when we get this going, Linwood. You're the only person out there watching. It's all good.
All righty.
All right. Hey, guys, thank you. I appreciate it. All listeners out there, if you're struggling, need some help, anything like that, don't forget the VA does have some great resources. You can reach out, dial 988, press option 1. You can always text 838-255, or you can go to veteranscrisisline.net, click on that chat icon. Any of those offices are going to put you in contact with somebody that can help you out. But remember, one veteran life lost is one too many. I care about you. Mark cares about you. Vic cares about you. I know Linwood out there who's listening. He cares about you too, damn it. But if you're out there, you're not struggling, make sure you reach out to your buddies that may be struggling. Ask them if they're doing all right. Give them a helping hand if they need it. I'm slurring pretty bad right now. I apologize for that. But for all the listeners out there, stay motivated. Change your socks.